3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Blast off! Not only did the Venice Film Festival launch off today, guys, but Damien Chazelle's film First Man erupted with enough thrust to give all the film journalists in Lido enough excitement to think that this is going to be a big award season contender. Let's start my coverage of the 75th Venice Film Festival, starting off with First Man. Here we go. Hey up guys, so it must be a little strange seeing me doing a review not in front of my usual background. This video is coming to you from Lido in Venice, Italy. I'm here for the festival, of course. And yeah, I want to get all my reviews up as quickly as possible. So yeah, they're coming to you from my lovely little apartment bedrooms, yeah. Lighting's not fantastic, but we'll make do. So I'm going to start off with the first film that I saw, the opening film at the Venice Film Festival, and that was Damien Chazelle's First Man. Oh my god, could not wait to talk about this film. Damien Chazelle previously opened the Venice Film Festival 2 years ago with his runaway hit musical La La Land, and now he's back 2 years later getting to open it again. So yeah, the man has got talent. He's got some amazing directing chops. If you remember 2 years ago, there was that awful mishap at the Oscars. He almost won Best Picture with La La Land. Won it for like a minute, but then ended up going to Moonlight. But yes, after seeing First Man, every film journalist was saying, okay, well, there's a very good chance he could be on that stage again and potentially getting Best Director again. We're going to have to wait and see, but oh my god, yeah, the hype and the excitement when people came out of this film, it's just like, oh, people are going to want to go see this one. First Man is a dramatic biopic, which is all about the decades worth of work which it took to get a man on the moon, and it's all told from the point of view of Neil Armstrong, who's played in this film by Ryan Gosling, or Damien Chazelle's go-to guy for leading men, it would appear. But this feeling of ingenuity, the spirit to soar, and also accomplish the unthinkable is what makes First Man such a breathtaking film to watch. You know how you hear from the older generations what it was like for them whilst the moon landing was happening? Well, Chazelle lets you feel that feeling for yourself, but instead of being someone who's watching it through a TV or listening to it through radio, you get to experience it from Neil Armstrong's perspective, okay? You are there in the cockpit whilst it's all going down, and it is incredible. The performances in this are exceptional too. Ryan Gosling puts his jazz-loving Sebastian to bed, and yeah, he really gives a far more emotionally compelling performance as the introverted Neil Armstrong. It's a subsurface performance, a show don't tell approach, and Gosling gives a commanding performance without rarely raising his voice in this. And let's talk about Claire Foy. You know how there's a lot of hubbub in Hollywood right now, and they're saying there's not enough roles for women, and they're sort of, you know, relegated to either doting wife or love interest? Well, Claire Foy's performance as Janet Armstrong just goes to show that not all supporting wife roles should be just snuffed at, okay? She really gets a lot to sink her teeth into, and yeah, she even almost steals the spotlight, in my opinion, from Gosling, but together they sort of work in tandem, because even when Claire Foy isn't on the screen, you can still really feel her. She's just as much in that cockpit as Gosling is, because yeah, she carries a lot of the emotional heft of this film, and you can really feel her presence even when she's not on screen. Both Claire Foy and Ryan Gosling should be looking at some nominations come award season. And oh my god, we need to talk about the finale of this film. If there's one thing that Damien Chazelle is becoming renowned for, it's his ability to produce an ending which just leaves you floored. The expedition to the moon may be the most jaw-droppingly real reenactment of space travel that's ever been committed to film. Chazelle puts you right there in that cockpit, and it feels so violently lifelike. I felt myself breathing more heavily, and I was grasping the arms of my chair, just waiting for the tremors to stop. That's all I can really say here, guys, without spoiling it for you, because to go into too much detail about it would definitely spoil the feeling you get whilst watching this, okay? It's unlike anything I've ever felt before, which is why I felt so moved by this film. But all I can say is, go watch it, alright? Experience it for yourself, and go watch it on the biggest screen possible. If you have the ability to go see it in IMAX, do it, okay? You will thank me. I'm trying to think of some faults with the film, but honestly, I'm just coming up with zilch. There are no cracks in the hull, if you will. The writing is very crisp and taut. It's written by Josh Singer, who did the script for Spotlight. Linus Sandgren's cinematography is gorgeous too. He uses a lot of natural light, and it couples really well with the grainy film. That's another thing. Damien Chazelle shot this on film, and it gives the film a nice classic, timely feel to it. It's just a very well-rounded film. Everything about it is beautiful visually and technically. The performances are excellent, the direction is superb, and I love the atmosphere that Chazelle created. It's just very nerve-wracking, but there's like peppered bits of joy and optimism sprinkled in there too. Yeah, you need to go watch it, okay guys? Alright, so let me sum up for you guys. First Man is only Damien Chazelle's third feature film, and he's already won a Best Director award. What First Man does is prove that that Best Director award was not a fluke, okay? He is such an incredibly versatile and visceral director, okay? There just doesn't seem to be anything he can't do. There is plenty to be bedazzled by here. I was just absolutely awestruck for so many sequences of this film, particularly the opening scene and the final few minutes of it as well. I was just mesmerized. But what's wonderful about First Man is that it's not a film that's wrapped up in spectacle, even though it is a film about a space mission to the moon, okay? The beating heart of the film is the relationship between Janet and Neil and their kids, and they do have a tragic bit of backstory as well, which is revealed in the early parts of this film. I had no idea that the Armstrongs had a daughter who died very young from cancer. And yeah, it just adds more emotional layers to this. It makes it more personal. It lets us into the world of Armstrong, who was quite a stoic man, but yeah, that sort of really brought me into it, and I really felt for these characters. But of course, when Damien Chazelle wants to knock your socks off, he does, effortlessly. See what I mean? I'm telling you guys, you will feel so many emotions watching this film. You will gulp, you will feel a lump in your throat during the sequences in space, okay? It is mesmerizing. So let's ask those 3 questions. Would I watch this again? Absolutely. I cannot wait for it to come out in cinemas in the UK. I've already said to my boyfriend Glenn, we're gonna go watch this one in the cinema when I get back, okay? Would I recommend it for you guys? Definitely, okay? Go see it on the biggest screen you can see. It is totally worth it. Incredible film. It's going to be an awards contender. It's accessible to the masses, not too artsy. You're just going to be blown away by the performances and everything about it technically, visually. Go watch it, guys. And what score am I going to give out of 10? I haven't actually given one of these scores out in a while, so it gives me great pleasure to say that First Man gets a score of 10 out of 10. Hallelujah! Thanks so much for watching, guys. I know it's still a little while away before First Man gets its cinematic release date, but are you excited to see First Man? If so, why are you excited? Are you excited because it's Damien Chazelle? Are you a fan of Ryan Gosling? Maybe Claire Foy? Whatever you think, be sure to let me know in the comments section below, okay? And if you want to be updated with all my latest vids and reviews on the Venice Film Festival, be sure to click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Hearfield, and I'll see you next time.